What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
I'm Bob Dickerson. I'm here to sort of be the MC and to get this program started. So I'm happy to see all of you out here, happy to celebrate new homes right here. And I think this is the closest that growth has been to the city, to the downtown city center of Birmingham. So we can almost see the skyline from here. So it's a great time in Woodlawn. Happy to see all of you out here. I'm always reminded at these events how important it is for us to invest in home ownership by building houses in our community for people to buy. You know, for all too long and all too often, institutional investors and those money people have come in and they've zapped up the real estate in our communities, and they've been for rental only, turning our communities into rental havens. And a lot of profit for the investors, but no wealth building for our people. And I think about 10 years or so ago, at NCRC, I was board chair, and you know, we talked a lot about the fact that was happening. You know, that folks were going into our communities, buying up the houses, just making them available for rent. And we decided rather than just talk about it, we would do something about it. And the something that we decided to do was growth. We put some money up. Fortunately, we were able to attract some investment from our friends, especially the banks, and we have bankers out here represented today, bankers who have invested in the fund. And what we're so fortunate, and I think that growth hit its high water mark when we were able to link up with the city of Birmingham through Mayor Whitfin to really kick off growth in a way that, and Ed, I don't want to steal all your thunder, that's becoming a national model. And so we're happy to have you here today. We're going to cut the ribbon on a new house. Before you leave, there are some goodies in there, and I'll mention this to you again. But it is my pleasure now to introduce to you the leader of growth, the person whose brainchild growth was and is the NCRC's own Ed Gordon. Ed.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our third event, and third of what I hope will be many. I won't speak long, I promise, so I'll make this as brief as possible for me. We are just so pleased to have this partnership with Mayor Whitfin, the City of Birmingham, Megan, Corey. Where's the rest of our team? Courtney, Kelvin.
Yeah, Kelvin somewhere.
Kelvin's and so you know, none of this works without a team of folks working. The banks that we work with. How many bankers are here today that invest in growth? Let me just see some hands. I see First Horizon. I see whoop. I see Nick Regions is here. Well, in any case, Valley National. The list is behind me. If you meet a banker, thank a banker. Because banks, when they work with community folks, are our best friends. They really produce results like the results you see here behind me and across the street, and that you see in all of our projects. We believe in affordable home ownership, so much so that we're going to reduce the price of the house behind me.
Thank you, sir.
We are, because it's tough at this interest rate to make these numbers. But I hope that what we do here will be remembered a long time from now, because here in Birmingham, we started a fire that I think will spread to the rest of the country. in a good way, not a bad fire. The kind of fire that produces great results. This is what needs to happen in all of our cities. Every mayor I know has got the concern and the problem of not having enough homes for folks, affordable homes for working class people. And if we don't do this here, others may not follow. Or as my friend from Alaska would say, if we go out on the ice and don't fall through, others will follow. So this is the opportunity. And I'm just pleased as I could be that this is our third with what I hope will be many of these to come. So we'll make these homes more affordable. We need to do one more thing. We need to figure out how to buy down interest rates. Interest rates at 7% are unsustainable. Unsustainable for working class people. And if we don't find a way to get that to a lower rate, we need them down around 5%. And you bankers out there, you are key to this. Those of you who've tailored your mortgage programs, your portfolio loans to accommodate the folks that we're trying to help, thank you. But know that the new hill is not down payment assistance and closing costs. It's buy down of interest rates. Let's start that in Birmingham with the house behind me and the house across the street. We'll find funds to match it. And if we can do that, we can reduce the payment on these homes by $400 or $500 a month. And that makes all the difference. So, looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you again, Mr. Mayor, for your partnership. And now,
it's all you.
Switch out the mic, everybody. Switch it out, apparently, because I talked too long. It is good to be with you all this morning. Let me start by acknowledging my two colleagues to my left. That is Representative City Councilor J.T. Moore and City Councilor Dr. Darrell O'Quinn. Everybody. I want to thank them for their partnership and continued working relationship as we collectively represent and work for everybody. I also want to acknowledge Bob Dickerson and Ed Gorman, who I've been working with for quite some time on this, but the real acknowledgement is Bob and Ed, my team leans all the way in on this, and that is led by Dr. Megan Venable-Thomas and their entire team at Community Development, as well as all the other internal partners that are responsible for making this happen. I see our school board representative that represents this area, Derek Phillips. And as I look around, I recognize pretty much everybody here. So many partners in the Woodlawn neighborhood, Woodlawn community. And so a major shout out to one of the biggest partners, Woodlawn United, led by LaShonda Taylor, who you all will hear from very, very soon. I stand before you, got a lot of thoughts actually. Not necessarily all over the place, but very centered on something we've been focused on for 5+ years. When we talk about putting people first, what that boils down to is how do we be very, very intentional about improving the quality of life of the people we serve? How do we be intentional about improving the quality of life of the people we work for? We believe a major part of that quality of life is significant investments in the community, but as I've stated before at one of these ribbon cuttings, community is not just housing and homes. Community is people. But people are families. But our families need homes. And we want our families in the city of Birmingham, Alabama to be homeowners. And there are many, many barriers to home ownership. And so this relationship with NCRC, this intentional design that Woodlawn United has had for quite some time, and that through partnership we can come in and continue to accelerate that growth here. I'm extremely proud of literally all of you. Every single person here, architects, the bankers, those in the nonprofit world, our faith-based partners. I see all of you who put in the work every single day. You think of Woodlawn, you think of his footprint, and many would say it's a lot to tackle, but the work has been here for years. And that work was done by one block, one street at a time. And we continue to make a difference here in the lives of the people that live here and in the families we want to attract to this footprint as well. So with that said, I have one more important thing to do. As we love on Ed Gorman for his brainchild, where's John Adams? John, come on up here before I have to put some smoke in the city. Thank you. Everybody, if you do not know, this young man is going to take his talents and not necessarily sit on the couch, but leave in his official capacity soon. But he was very intentional about what's happening here with NCRC in Birmingham, particularly Woodlawn. And so in front of everybody, I just simply want to say thank you on behalf of the Grateful City for your work, for your passion, and for your intentionality and your support in our growth here in Birmingham as it relates to home ownership. Thank you. And to all the other partners, thank you so much. Everybody, City Councilor J.T. Moore.
I now know how Madam President Wardine Alexander feels when she has to go up after our illustrious mayor. Now, so I'll be brief because I feel like, pretty much everything has been said, but 12 years ago, I had the opportunity to come into this neighborhood and serve as a volunteer at Woodlawn High School, helping young people prepare for college. One of the most transformational experiences of my life because I fell in love with this neighborhood, because I fell in love with, the young people there and just their ambition and their potential. Was told, or had the idea like, man, I really would love to live where I work, right? Because what's better than that? You save on gas, time, all that good stuff. And I was told to go to Woodlawn at the time, Woodlawn Foundation, and was told, hey, maybe they could help you find a place to live, right? And I didn't just find out about the houses that were available. I found out about the vision of this community. I found out about, the plans for education, the plans for housing, the plans for, the business community. And I fell in love with where this neighborhood was going before I saw anything. So today, as I stand here, it's a full circle moment for me because I'm able to see everything that was put in place, the visions, the brainstorms, the conversations, the collaborations, all of that has culminated into what we're standing in right now. And so I'm excited because I know that I'm a firm believer that home ownership is the foundation to strong communities, right? But I also believe that each and every person that is able to take advantage of being in one of these houses is not just getting a beautiful, affordable home, but they are getting a community. And what that means to me is they're getting a family of people that will be there for them, support them, surround them, keep them covered, and work alongside them to continue to push this community forward. And so I just want to say thank you to each and every partner, each and every neighborhood association person, nonprofit organizations, bankers. Thank a banker, where you at? Got you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And yeah, just thank you for the work that you all have done to add to the vision that was in place. All right? Have a good one.
Mashonda Taylor. Everybody, Mashonda Taylor.
I was just about to grab my agenda. Mashonda Taylor.
12 years, reflecting back on 12 years of hard work, love, dedication, and a vision for our community. I am so honored to be here with you today because we have the opportunity. It's almost like a family reunion, because as you look into the crowd, I see Arnold King, one of the founding board members of Woodlawn United. I see Mike and Gillian Goodrich, the philanthropic vision that brought all of this together, to bring all of the partners that were already working within the Woodlawn community. And the thing that we always say is that we work with community. I see a number of partners here that love Woodlawn in a way that is so palatable, that you just feel the energy and the Woodlawn pride. So I'm honored to stand as the executive director of Woodlawn United. And I want to take you back, because everybody's been thanked. NCRC, thank you. The city of Birmingham, thank you. Thank you to our counselors, the ones that have been before, the ones that are serving now, to our neighborhood leadership, to our school board members, thank you. To our partners, 40 partners, large and small, going towards the same vision to eliminate generational poverty. But we've been having a conversation now of what is it to say to create generational wealth. And we know that the mechanism for that has been home ownership, something that has been denied in our city and many other cities across the country. When I think about the fact that there are only 30% of homeowners within our community, how can we sit there and say that our communities can be stable with that? So now we want to have the conversation, and we talk to the bankers. Yes, we need to buy down the interest rates, because the partnership that has endeavored here and happened has been hard. It's been a process since 2017. And when you think about the fact that we had the ability to partner with the land bank and to think about what would it look like to take all of these vacant lots, thinking around you, these vacant lots. When you think about 2017, on this side of Woodlawn, none of this was here. And we have an education partner which served as a catalyst in I3 Academy to have a space where you can build homes and create a vision for a community on this side of Woodlawn. Because for 12 years, we've been working on the south side of Woodlawn. We think about the 64 townhomes that we built to stabilize affordable housing, rent restricted, to stabilize the community. We think about the 22 market rate homes, and people thought, why are you doing market rate homes? Because we needed to make sure that we built the equity and the value of the community, but at the same time invested $1.5 million into our legacy homeowners with our critical repair and homeowner rehab program. Because as the values of the properties increase, we allowed the values of the surrounding members to have equity and value in their homes. But not only did we do that, we thought about wills, we thought about estate planning, because the unintended consequence of our work is gentrification with displacement. But if we make sure that we allow and give the residents the ability to maintain their homes and stay within their homes, they could truly benefit from the value of this revitalization. I see our housing authority partnership here, because this is not the only homes that we will build. We will build the cottages on Georgia Road, 11 townhomes for people transitioning out of public housing, people that have never had the ability to own. But we will not leave them alone. We will have ELI Strive. We will have neighborhood housing services, thinking about what are the home ownership and counseling opportunities to make sure that people are ready to not only own a home, but to stay within a home. But even more so than that, I'm grateful for our board members. I'm grateful for our team of Woodlawn United, and I'm also thankful to Joe Ayers. Please. Joe Ayers is our real estate director. And Joe actually grew up a couple blocks from here. And as we walked the streets of 49th Street North, I saw the light in his eyes and the vision of what it is to see a community of then that had turned into issues when it comes to blight, when it turned into issues when it came to crime. But to see this community reimagined, to see a love and a strivingness and an ability to see that this community can be great again. So I'm not going to hold you long because the rain just started and everybody's trying to get out of the way. But what I do know is that I love my community. And as a resident of Woodlawn now, and as a homeowner myself, I am so excited to see the people that will move into our community, that will transition from renting into our community to home ownership. Today is a great day. And I'm just so honored to be a vessel and a person that can lead an organization that has a vision that is truly still clear, that we will make sure the residents thrive in Woodlawn. So we are going to cut this ribbon, but this will not be the first. There will be many. We will have groundbreakings, and I'm just so excited to see the growth of our community.
Do you know what's happening in Birmingham? Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today on Android, iPhone, and iPad for free. Get info on everything you need to know about local news, events, businesses, restaurants, and more. Visit our website, what'shappeningbham.com, or follow us on social media @happeningbham for more information. Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today, your source for everything Birmingham.